And now, broadcasting live on Radio Star Worldwide, it's the Tim Gillette Radio Show. Tim uses lessons learned from his love for rock and roll music, traveling an average of 30,000 miles annually on his Harley-Davidson motorcycle, coaching clients and speaking to audiences. He shares his passion for mentorship and leadership, using examples of his own business experiences as well as his journeys around the country. Now, join Tim and his rock and roll way of doing things. Here's Tim Gillette.
I've been bad. I've been good. Dallas, Texas. Hollywood. All right, so Tim Gillette is off today, and I'm his guest host, Katrina Sawa. Tim is enjoying a much-needed family vacation in Palm Springs, so yay, Tim, for taking time off and not forcing yourself to do your show and all that. And so we have Wendy in the line as well from StarWorldWide Networks. Yay! And I've been a friend of Tim's for quite some time, and we're both into marketing and business. And I wore the big hair today. And
you're rocking the big hair.
I kind of wear it every day, but I especially went high today because it's the rocker life coach. You know, that's his thing. Rock and roll keys to business success. So, Tim, I'm wearing my hair, so I'm good to go. And I hope that a lot of people are interested in promoting their business today, because I really want to bring in people to the seat to share what you do, promote your business, send people to your website, maybe give a little business or marketing tip along the way of what works for you. I am known as the Jumpstart Your Biz Coach, and I really kick people in their butts, really. I kick them in their butts to get stuff done to make more money in your business. And that's what I do in my business. And my website is jumpstartyourmarketing.com, jumpstartyourmarketing.com. But I am excited to take over Tim's spot. Last time I was here as a guest, we talked about our hair for like 20 minutes. But so I don't and one of my
clients have amazing hair.
I know. And he has rocker hair. And it's funny because one of my clients I told was listening, and she's like, come on, get on with it, people. She told me later, she's like, I don't want to listen to your hair you talk about your hair for 20 minutes. So I want to get right down to it and talk about business and what people might be experiencing as challenges in their business these days. It's shifting a little bit. I know in the industry, whether you're just starting out in your business or you are have been in business for quite some time, if you are not embracing the internet and technology, you are missing out on probably tens of thousands of dollars in your business, honestly. And so we want to talk about some of the challenges business owners might be having, but then also some solutions. And along the way, I'm hoping to bring in some guests, and I see that Roxanne put some lipstick on. So yay, Roxanne. I'm happy to bring you in just a minute. I was telling some of the people who were in the chat room a little bit earlier before the show that to go put their makeup on and poof their hair so they could get.
I didn't do that today.
Yeah. Okay. No, but you have pretty long, straight hair. It's either like I had one of my friends asked me today or the other day, who does your hair? Because she wanted to get a layered cut like mine. Mine's layered all the way around. And I guess there's a lot of hairdressers these days that, you know, they don't teach this stuff anymore. It's not the 80s anymore. We don't have Farrah Fawcett hairdos anymore. Anyways, I'm not talking about hair. Okay. So some of the biggest mistakes and challenges that I see entrepreneurs doing is, number one, trying to figure it all out yourself. You know, yes, the internet is huge and expansive, and it has tens of thousands of free audios and videos and tutorials and things you can learn yourself. But number one, how do you know it's a trusted source? Okay. And if you know it's a trusted source, great. But you're learning all this stuff. And then how do you know which order of importance to put it in your business and to implement? You don't unless someone tells you. Usually you know, most people I see have implemented certain things, but they've done them out of order of importance. Out of order of importance is what I see. And so I don't want that to be you, because years could go by and you could waste thousands of dollars on the wrong trainings and the wrong implementation in your business, and you're not getting anywhere. You're just spinning your wheels. You're busy, but you're not necessarily seeing the returns and the results. So that's one of the hugest mistakes I see. I don't know. Do you deal with businesses at all, Wendy? In your
actually with a lot of businesses will have shows on here, so it's interesting how I watch what are the priorities for different businesses. And I know for me, I know my image is is more like my business. It's how I get myself out there. So the way I would promote myself is completely different than, let's say, somebody who is a lawyer or somebody who does home repairs. So it's, depending on the business, you do want to do different strategies. It's pretty neat.
Yeah. So if you learn how to blog or learn how to do your website or learn how to do some follow-up or even direct mail or whatever it is, it may be out of order of importance for what your goals are and what your money needs are. You know, I always tell people what's your need number, your money need number. And that's just what you need in order to not stress out about money every month and not have to dip into savings or your IRA or whatever and not have to borrow and be okay with paying your bills and being okay with what you need to supply your household with, right? That's your need number. It's like your nuts and bolts of what you need to run the household or be in business without stress. Okay, so for most people, it's between $4,000 to $7,000 a month. That's their need number. Now, that doesn't mean you don't want more. Of course, we have a want number that we want every month, but you got to get to your need number first. Okay, so many people look at their want number and don't even focus on the need number. If your need number is $5,000 a month and you're selling something for $50, you have to sell a lot of those things for $50 to make $5,000. So one of the key things too is thinking a little bit bigger and outside the box. And what can you charge a lot more for, no matter what you're doing? Whether, I've had roofing companies, I've had spas and salons. You can do membership programs, you can do referral incentives. There's so many different types of business models that you can do, even if you're not a coach or consultant or a speaker or an author or something like that. So you just have to think a little bit outside the box. What can you charge a lot more for in order to have to sell less people every month, right? So, all right. So, good. Somebody's in the chat room. I run my household on $1,200 a month. I should run this on Blab. $1,200 a month is very lean. I don't know what state you live in, but I don't know if you could do that for California. You're kidding? Okay. I don't know. All right, people. Okay. So
my thing is, have you noticed on Periscope that it's harder to really get your message out because there's a lot of trolls on there?
Trolls,
people who are just negative and just say bad or naughty things when you're trying to talk about your business?
I don't know. I don't go on Periscope very often, and frankly, I don't like to do stuff on my phone. It's too small. I'm 45. I'm almost 46. It's hard to see these little things. I have to get my glasses out and see.
Roxanne, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. I ended up leaving Periscope because literally I would go on and the only thing I would hear about is people talking about my exterior, not what I had to say. So I've noticed that Facebook also has more of a Periscope-like format that they're doing. And I've noticed with that, you're going to get just the people that follow you, not necessarily all the trolls. Have you tried that?
I don't know. Like I said, I'm not on Periscope because I don't like.
This is the Facebook version.
I don't go on that. I don't know. I don't do that. The only thing I do is videos myself, and then I put them on YouTube, and I do put them in my email newsletter, and put them on my blog, and I put them out on social media, and I do blabs. And I don't know. This is the way that I prefer. I mean, I'm on Facebook all the time, but I don't use that system. So
that's pretty neat because it's the video for forever.
Well, and there's things that pop up everywhere, right? And so I'm one of those late adopters. I don't catch on to the something that comes just when it's new. I'm not a new early adopter at all because I want to see it fail. I want to see the upgrades. I want to see everything. Because I swear to God, I went on to Google, what's it called? The Hangouts, right? I hate Hangouts. Hate with a passion. I know some of you probably love it. But the technology, I mean, it drops people. The links don't work. I mean, you can't get people on. You can't keep them. I mean, I've not had anything but bad things with Google Hangouts. So I will never go there again unless I'm forced.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that existed. So like I'm learning about you. And I prefer Blab over any of the other social media where you actually have face-to-face interaction over the internet. So
yeah.
Blab is good.
I'm a face-to-face girl, and I've noticed I have a whole coaching group, my Live Big Mastermind, and we started meeting on Zoom, Zoom.us, and where you can see everybody in video screens that are live on the call. And it's made a much bigger difference in retention on the calls, engagement on the calls, getting people to respond and actually, and they're not like multitasking like they are on a teleclass, right? So I really love this format. We don't do it on Blab, obviously, because anybody could join, and that's not cool in a private call. But yeah, so thanks for all the comments. So Roxanne, please join us if you want to call in, and we'll find out more about you. I know you have a business helping people with epilepsy, epilepsy advocate, and so I'd love to hear more about what you're doing. Let's see here. All right. And she's got big hair. And, oh, look how big it is. That's some big hair.
This is normal.
I would love you. So, all right. Have you met Tim before? Have you been on his show?
No. Well, I just watched.
Okay.
And I've talked to him before, but just not on regular shows. So.
Okay, great. Well, tell us a little bit about your business and what you're doing on your in your end of the world and where you are and all that stuff.
Okay. Help with nonprofit. So the normal life with epilepsy. Ooh, I'm in my rocking chair. I better sit still. I'm sorry. My normal life with epilepsy is working with the physicians nonprofit. So it has the 501c3 down at the bottom to go to her website to donate. And it's through grassroots. So it's great. But mine is about me, which gives my history. And then after that, you go to Seizure the Day. And then I have, in quotes, Seize the Day. And it tells a long history of my life with seizures. And I try to laugh about it too. That's how I get along, dealing with it. And I'm very lucky because mine are only the ones where I stare for 30 seconds. Yeah. So I try to help people get along with the ones they have that may be worse. So I like talking to people about it. I had a community. Well, I still have a community on Google Plus that I check into every once in a while, but I'm here more because, the Hangouts are a whole lot worse, more time consuming to get into and to start. So I like this better. And I've met more people.
So Roxanne, how long have you had your nonprofit?
Joined with her about 5 months ago.
Oh, so it's somebody else that owns the nonprofit and you work with them? Okay.
No, I was trying to get with the Epilepsy Foundation. But I was like, okay, I found restaurants that would help once a month. So 2 once a month to give a percentage of what they brought in. And the Epilepsy Foundation said, well, we have too many functions to deal with that. And I'm like, well, you don't want extra money. And I was like, I'll just try to find somebody else. So I found the physician that's totally nonprofit. She sees patients that don't have to pay and then patients that can. But, she works with patients that don't and need help with their medication, because some of the epilepsy medications are just off the chart, just so expensive. And she has 3 separate offices throughout North Carolina. One's the mountains, one's just 20 minutes away from me, and one's in Cary at the beach. So
Roxanne, can you give us the website? Because we got to take a break here in a second.
Yeah, I'll type her website in here, the office.
Also, because you're on recording and you're on the radio.
Oh, her site is www.eifo. EIOFNC.org. So the name is Epilepsy Institute of North Carolina.org.
Okay, great. And your website is Seizure the Day. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
seizureoftheday.com.
Well, thanks for coming on and sharing your message and getting it out there to thousands of Tim's followers and friends. So
Yeah.
I appreciate you. So after the break, we'll introduce Alicia, who popped in too. And
Thank you.
Is it a break time, Wendy?
You got it.
All right.
We'll be right back.
Tim will be back with more ways to stand out in the world as a rock and roll leader. Want to be the hit of a trade show? Need your salespeople to be more successful? Is it vital for your company to be remembered by clients and prospects? Promotionally Minded has the answers to these marketing challenges and dozens more. Promotionally Minded provides all the cool imprinted promotional products your competitors have used to thrive. Want your company logo sitting on the desk of your target market clients? Call Promotionally Minded today at 800-705-4265 or head to promotionallyminded.com. Polluting the world one t-shirt, calendar, and coffee mug at a time. Promotionallyminded.com. Stand Up and Speak Up with host Walt Grassel. Sharing stories of people who have taken steps to overcome their fears and now lead stronger, more fulfilling lives. Are you ready to take that first step towards a different life? Join Walt as he shares his tales of triumph over stage fright and public speaking. Walt has performed stand-up comedy at the Hollywood Improv, as well as the Flamingo in Las Vegas, and wants to help you conquer whatever is holding you back. Join him and his guests for Stand Up and Speak Up. Every Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern on Radio Star Worldwide and on demand 24/7. And now, back to the Tim Gillette Radio Show here on Radio Star Worldwide.
All right, welcome back. Again, this is Katrina Sawa, and I am the guest host for Tim Gillette's radio show here today. Tim is on a much-needed vacation in Palm Springs with his wife. And so I am here taking the stage on the Blab and the show, and Wendy's here from StarWorldWide Network, and we're so excited. I'm popping in guests today to promote your business, and so it's all about business and marketing and what you're doing to promote your business, what you do, getting your message out there. I talked about a few mistakes earlier in the show. Again, if you don't know who I am, well, then you need to look me up. No, I'm just kidding. You need to friend me on my...
I love you.
I know, right? I'm pretty popular. No, I'm just kidding. I do ads every once in a while myself, all about living money. My website is jumpstartyourmarketing.com. And I also have an event website where I hold events 4 times a year in Sacramento, California, where I live. It's livebigevents.com, livebigevents.com. And I love helping entrepreneurs live a bigger life with lots more money and lots more love in their life. So that's who I am. I've been in business for 14 years, and Tim and I are good friends, and I told him I would take care of his peeps on the show today. If you are interested in highlighting yourself and you are video ready, meaning you got big poofy hair and lipstick on, or you're a guy and you're video ready, one way or the other. You can have lipstick on too if you really want to as a guy, but I don't know. You're going to be on recording, so you might want to wipe that off. But you can call in and help us. We're going to be popping people in today. So we've got Alicia down here who popped in right before the break. Alicia White is from Texas. She is one of my fabulous clients, and she is a fabulous branding strategist and graphic designer. And so, Alicia, say hello.
Hello, everybody. I'm Wendy.
Branding is back even. It's awesome.
Yes, I've got some internet today, and I'm excited about that. And so I couldn't wait to get on the show because I know that Kat's going to take care of Tim's business just like anybody else. I mean, she's just amazing. Katrina is my business coach, and she's helped me tremendously over the last year. And I love her events. As a matter of fact, she's got a speaker success boot camp coming up April 2nd through 3rd in Sacramento. You need to sign up because if you want to be a speaker, you're going to learn so much information.
And I didn't pay you to say that.
That's awesome. You didn't.
And you're speaking there too.
I am.
We're gonna get stuff done. This is a get stuff done event. It's all about getting your speaker sheets done, your talk titles done, your descriptions, your speaker stuff on the website. Every attendee gets a 5-minute video clipped up on your website for free as a bonus. So there's so much great information. Just go to livebigevents.com for the information. But tell us what you do, Alicia, exactly. I know you have a couple key things that you focus on and how you help entrepreneurs. And then I want a speaker tip because you're all about speaking.
You got it. So what I love doing is helping a person find direction, give them a clear path, give them some action steps to help them achieve their goals. And a lot of that is based on making sure that their message and that their visual branding is clear and consistent. If their message is clear and consistent, then the target audience, their prospects, they're more likely to reach out to them because there's such a thing as the know, like, trust factor. And that's one of the things, not only do I consult with my clients and help them, determine what products they need, identify their target audience, look over all of their marketing materials, make sure there's, the branding is optimized, but I also create those graphics for them. Anything from retractable banners to the business cards. I like to package these things for the business owner, the coach, the speaker, so that they look like the expert that they are, and people get that like factor and then eventually trust them because they see so much information coming from the same source. It's congruent, it's consistent, and that's what builds your reputation.
Yeah, I see too many people come in to my business with an initial call and whatnot, and their website looks like crap, and then they have mismatched stuff on social media and mismatched business cards, and they just don't have a cohesive brand, and that's a huge mistake. Now, on the flip side, I don't recommend you spend $5,000 to $10,000 on your branding in your first year of your business. I don't recommend that at all, because the first year in your business, you're going to make so many different changes in your ideas and what you're doing and your plans, and you're going to not want to brand right off the bat and force a brand. You want to ease your way into the brand, in my opinion. Right?
Well,
don't you agree?
I agree with that, Kat, because one of the things is, even myself, I've been massaging my message over the last few years as I opened up Back of the Room Productions. And when I did that, I'm still massaging my tagline and things of that nature. Now, my visual branding is solid. I've kept true to it for the most part. But what I want to stress is you can order your business cards online. You can do whatever you need to. You've got to start somewhere. That's the key. Yeah. Start somewhere. And then in 6 months, level it up. In a year, level it up. By the second, third year, we should be going like gangbusters. We should have all of your materials branded, and that message, though, will be cemented at that point and clear. So, yeah.
I agree. And, I'm in a new rebrand as well. And you want to be open to the evolution of your brand in your business. Being in business for 14 years, it's kind of hard to stay stagnant with the same brand. And I started out as Sawa Marketing, right? Who cares about my name, first of all? So I got rid of that. No, it was Sawa Consulting. How boring. And then I went to Sawa Marketing. And then I went to finally jumpstartyourmarketing.com, which was a lot more of a pop. Took my name out of it because it wasn't so important. But now actually I'm rebranding into my name. So because I'm doing so much more. So, it's hard to decide right up the front. Just do what makes sense today in your business and get some affordable stuff done so that your website matches your business card. So how about a speaker tip, Alicia? I know you send out some awesome email newsletters.
I do.
And things like that. What's a recent tip you might have shared?
Well, I actually shared this at an event that I was where I was speaking here in Dallas, and I was speaking to a group of people. It was a mismatch of coaches, business owners, and speakers, people who want to use speaking as a way to grow their business. And here's the tip: make sure you have the word speaker next to your name, because if you want to use speaking as a way to develop your business, use as a marketing tool, which is a great thing to do, the word speaker speaks volumes. People now know that you have value and you have a message that you're ready to share. And whenever you get in front of that group, you're now reaching more people than you are with that one phone call. I'm not saying that you should be speaking all the time, because you got to focus on your relationships that you build with that one phone call. But if you're wanting to meet new prospects, get in front of more people, add the word speaker to your title, and add that on everything right this minute.
Yeah, and that includes your Blab, your little signature under your Blab. I think mine says the same thing on my LinkedIn as my Facebook, and it says speaker, award-winning business coach, author of Love Yourself Successful, etc. So, you know, you want to put that kind of stuff in there because the people that see you on social media, especially, that's the first thing they'll be seeing is that little brief, you know, 10-word description or whatever it is. So thank you. That's awesome. All right, let's see. Nobody else wants to join. I don't know. Like, that's just crazy. You get thousands of people listening from StarWorldWide Network on the radio, plus the Blab. Oh my God, with Tim and mine's followers. So
a lot of people get shy.
They're shy, I know, or they're just not ready. Someone just popped in but popped back out.
Pat, I just wanted to say that I just put my website address in the chat room, backoftheroomproductions.com. If anybody has questions about branding or something like that,
there you go.
It's in the chat box.
There you go. Awesome.
Right.
So we have about 4 minutes to a break. So I want to share a tip. Let's see. So my biggest thing with business is networking and follow-up. That's how I built my business in the beginning. In the beginning, I had no idea that I could get clients all over the world. There wasn't such things as Blab then. There was barely, I think, videos. I don't even remember in 2002. And I just didn't know what I didn't know, right? That's the case for most of us. We just don't know what we don't know. There's always the next thing to learn. So all I did was networking like crazy in my local area here in Sacramento. And I went to about 14, 15 events every single month, met as many people as humanly possible, worked to the room in a non-salesy way, came back with a ton of business cards, right? And then I had a really kick-ass follow-up system. I mean, I am really good with follow-up, and I have a whole system on it now because I finally figured out that, nobody does this, and they need to know how to do this. And so I put it into a system. But that, I mean, if that's all you did, networking and follow-up, honestly, you could build a really good business in your local area or nationwide now because I do networking on social media. So, I mean, I treat Facebook like a big networking event and I message people and stuff like that. So there's strategies that you can meet thousands of people every month and follow up with them and connect with them without spending hardly any money other than a chicken dinner here and there and seriously build your business. So that's what I wanted to share before we go to break. And there's going to be much more tips after break. Right, Wendy?
You got it.
Thanks, Alicia, for popping in.
All right, and we'll be right back in just a moment.
Tim will be back with more ways to stand out in the world as a rock and roll leader. Don Cromwell Live, an insightful, entertaining look into all aspects of the music industry. Join producer, songwriter, musician, and former Air Supply and Eddie Money bassist Don Cromwell as he brings you live performances and interviews with new artists, songwriters, and behind-the-scenes professionals, as well as a vast array of musical talents and personalities. Don Cromwell Live connects you with the artist. You'll never hear music the same way again. Host Don Cromwell brings you Don Cromwell Live, Tuesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on Radio Star Worldwide and on demand 24/7. Produced by Star Worldwide Productions. We see it every day on TV. Real or fictionalized stories of people who have been abused. Many abuse survivors relate to those stories and think they have to suffer in silence, but there is an answer. The International Child Advocacy Network, yesican.org, provides online facilitated chat rooms for child abuse and domestic violence survivors. Yesican.org, the sole provider of these online services, stands ready to help break the silence and cycle of abuse in your life. Go to yesican.org for more information. Yesican.org, working worldwide to break the silence and cycle of abuse. And now, back to the Tim Gillette Radio Show, here on Radio Star Worldwide.
All right. So once again, this is Katrina Sawa, guest host for Tim Gillette on his rock and roll business radio show. What's the name of his show? Rock and Roll Keys to Business Success?
The Tim Gillette Radio Show.
Well, he used to be rock and roll.
To have the Rock and Roll Keys to Success. Well, does that on his other blogs, but this one is the Tim Gillette Show.
Tim Gillette Show.
So awesome.
Tim Gillette. No, I'm just kidding. I'm his good friend, Katrina Sawa from jumpstartyourmarketing.com. And I've got some peeps in the house today. Everybody, I told people come and they can get promoted and talk about business and what they do. And it's not just a big commercial here, but we're trying to give some good tips. And so I have my other fabulous client from Canada, Laurel Collins, coming in. She's a beautiful life coach, and she does feng shui and interior design and life coaching. Oh, you have some kids in the room today.
My sister goes here today.
Is it spring break?
Yeah, it's spring break, yeah.
Yeah, we have spring break too. I've got Riley and Jason hiding somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah. But I got one in hiding over there.
Yeah. I'm surprised she's not sitting on my lap because she really likes to be on video. So,
yeah.
But I think
it's a good idea too.
Daddy whisked her away. So,
yeah.
So, I'm Laurel, calling in from Canada.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing me on. So
You're
fun.
welcome.
I like getting on Blab.
You're welcome. I know you do Blabs all the time, and you do a vision board workshop on feng shui, like how to feng shui your vision board, and that's what
I do. That's my favorite thing to do right now is the vision boards, with adding feng shui, so that you can create a more holistic vision board with keeping balance in mind and adding more power and intention to your vision board.
That's awesome. And so I know there's a place online where they can get access to that, or they can follow you. They should follow you on Blab here, because then they'll get notified when you're doing your Blab.
Yeah, subscribe to my Blab. That'd be awesome. Yeah. Laurel T. Collins.
Following everybody, all you have to do is highlight over someone's name and click on it and then follow them.
Let me do that right now. Highlight.
Yeah, every time I'm in a Blab, I'm always following a bunch of people. Hopefully they're following back. It just makes sense. If you like listening to someone, you might want to join in what they're doing. So awesome. And I tell you, the vision board thing that Laurel does with the feng shui, she did it at this workshop we were both at a few months ago, where there's like 450 people, and she had it all there's different quadrants of the vision board, and it was amazing because I do vision boards all the time. I have one sitting right here, but my things were all in the wrong place. So what's the most important thing about money? Where do we put making money on our vision board? Is it in the top right? I forget.
So what I do is I use the Bagua map. It's a feng shui Bagua map where it breaks it up into 9 areas. So it represents all the most important areas of your life. So one of them is wealth and prosperity. And so that goes in the top left-hand corner.
Top left.
And that's where you want to put your wealth goals.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's really important.
You know what? It's not important. It is important, but that's the whole point, is that everything is important, because if you don't have good relationships, you don't necessarily have good opportunities for money. And if you don't have good traveling, that's the thing. I like that you said that, because a lot of people will fill their vision boards with just money ideas and love ideas. And I like to make sure that they remember that they need all those other aspects in order to have great money and great love.
You are so right. You are so right, though. And I have pictures of an ideal backyard, because that's one of the big things I really need right now is a backyard. And I've had pictures of Oprah on before, and then I got to the Oprah show, and I was on an Oprah radio show. And I've had a picture of a Lexus before I got my Lexus. So it does work. And so whether it's things you want or
all your subconscious mind. Your subconscious, it sees these images and it removes you on, and eventually your subconscious believes it to be true, and usually it just happens. It's quite amazing how the whole process, it's pretty deep.
I tell you, I do vision boards at my Love and Money Live events every year, and a couple other events that I do. And with my clients, right, we make sure that most people have a vision board. We even pull angel cards every day. And so it's really important to get in that mindset of bigger picture thinking. And you
can put those on your vision board too.
The vision board. Yeah. And then your money goals. So put your want number up there. Instead, I was talking about need number earlier. Put your want number on your vision board. So vision boards are so important. If you haven't done one yet, you definitely want to check out her class and get one done, and do it the right way. Awesome.
Yes. Do it the right way and keep balance in mind, and just remember all of the things that you need in order to create those money goals.
All right. Hey, Tony, we'll be with you in just a second.
Sure.
Okay, but Laurel, I want you to share something. I know you're in this very rural, you should hear where Laurel is, you guys in Canada. She has to travel 8 hours to any big city in Canada. So imagine marketing. I was just saying networking and follow-up. Well, she can't really network, so she created her own meetup, right? What else do you do as a massive form of marketing your business in your rural area?
So the meetup is really big, and then doing these, getting friends to organize these workshops for me, and then doing Blab, and then now I'm using your social media messaging system to connect with people that I can now Blab with. So now I'm just connecting with people all over the world.
Yeah.
And that's probably the biggest reach, is to do that.
Right. Social media messaging. Like I said, you treat Facebook and LinkedIn like a big networking event, and you message people, but you can't be salesy in those messages. There's strict things that I recommend you say. I've been doing it.
No, it's more about how can we work together? How can we support each other? And yeah, it's really an awesome approach.
Win-win, collaboration, referral sources. That's how you got to go into that stuff, and then pull out the leads and stuff from there. So very
That's what I'm doing. But one thing I've really learned is that it starts local. So I was only focusing on outside of the community, but I realized I need to do both. So doing lots of small local things like my meetup, and then also doing the international set.
Well, and also if you are, if you need to be around people, I mean, right? We can't just be at home around our family all day long, because we'll go stir crazies, most of us, right? Some people really like that solitude, but I know me, I'm going to a networking event tonight. I mean, I got to get out. I travel a lot all over the country to speak, but I need to get out even locally to some local networking events. Even if they're like 8 to 20 people, it doesn't matter. It feeds my whole soul to be with people and interact and stuff like that. So
it's true. And I think that's what happened to me over the last year and a half of sitting at my table here at my computer, so busy focused on, okay, I have to create this business and do all this stuff, that I completely forgot about connecting with people. And it really just took away all of my motivation. I just kind of got lost. Yeah,
you lose motivation, but you also go a little bat crazy, because all you do is you listen to audios and people and trainings, and you're online and you're reading this stuff and that stuff, and you don't even know what side is up sometimes when you're in your own little bubble, right? So
absolutely, you need those heart connections with people, and even on Blab you can have it, and it's great. I love it.
Yeah. All right, so thanks for showing up and calling in, and now we're gonna switch over. Did you say your website? It's thebeautifullivingcoach.com, right?
Thebeautifullivingcoach.com.
Yeah, so make sure you put it on the side. Make sure you check it out if you want to check her out. And all right, Laurel, we'll talk to you later.
You. Okay.
And Tony, welcome. What's the a streaming voice.com, or your tagline is a streaming voice. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Tony, and where you're from. Oh, we can't hear you. Woo, technical difficulties. We can't hear Tony.
I apologize for that. I was muting myself because I didn't want any background noise to interrupt the young lady.
Oh, well, thank you.
And so my name is Tony Mobley. Good to meet both of you.
Nice to meet you.
And I came in to just share a little bit about what I do. And right now I'm a retired educator. I taught special education for the last 10 years. I work with high school students in autism. And what I'm doing now is I unfortunately was diagnosed with diabetes. And for over 17 years, I've been a type 2 diabetic and have suffered through all of the significant complications that come to pass by having diabetes. And so most recently, now for 143 days, I have been off my 3 different diabetic medications. I have lost 70 pounds.
Wow.
I'm continuing to lose weight. I'm sharing my journey on as many streaming platforms as I can. And during this process, I was able to use a product that really kickstarted everything for me, which I also sell, and it's called Katopia.
Oh, I've never heard of it.
Katopia is a low-carb, high-fat diet, and it actually was developed over 90 years ago through the medical profession for children who have epilepsy. And so since that time, it has been refined and developed to the point where high-profile athletes are using Ketopia or the ketogenic diet. And unfortunately, there are side effects when you're dealing with the ketogenic diet because you're reducing your amount of carbohydrates. And so your body goes into shock and you actually have withdrawals from sugar just like a drug because sugar is a drug.
I would imagine. Very cool. And how long did it take you?
And I also am an advocate for diabetes awareness because I want people to know that it's never too late to make a change, and you can change your life. You can get your life back. And I'm on my way to good health. As I said, 143 days off my 3 different diabetic medications, one of which was insulin. And I shared with people about diabetes awareness because there are over 80 million Americans who have diabetes and don't know that they have diabetes because the complications and the symptoms have not manifested themselves enough for them to go to their doctor and find out what's going on. And so it's very serious. And so that's what I do. So I do a broadcast on Meerkat. I do some broadcasts here on Blab, and I'm also part of the circadian community here on Blab. So I just wanted to come and let you guys know about there is some help for those of us who are suffering with diabetes. And I actually have been able to move my A1C. And those of you who know about diabetes, A1C is the measure in which it indicates the amount of sugar that's actually in your bloodstream. And I was able to move my A1C from, in June of 2014, 10.1. It was out of control diabetes. And as of March the 3rd, my A1C is now 5.9, and I'm on the threshold of normal blood sugar. So
congratulations.
Just wanted to share my story.
That's awesome, and I appreciate that. Make sure you put your website into the sidebar.
I will put my link into the product for Ketopia in the chat. And if you have any questions about the ketogenic diet or Ketopia, if you want to just reach out to me, my name is Tony Mobley, but I am a streaming voice on almost every platform that's out there. So a streaming voice at Gmail, streaming voice on Twitter, Tony Mobley on Facebook. And thank you for letting me come on and share my story. I appreciate it.
Well, you're welcome, because you know what? I talk a lot about love and money, but in my book, Love Yourself Successful, I had a formula for complete happiness. And basically it was love plus money equals health, or love plus money equals happiness. And then after I wrote the book, I had to get 2 total hip replacements. And that was at age 42. It was a couple years ago. And so I had to revise my little formula to put love plus money plus health plus good health equals happiness. Because after I had my hip replacements, my fiance at the time, went through cancer. And I mean, we went through so much in a year and a half before we even got married that it was insane. Nobody should go through that much health issues. And so I hear you. I mean, if you can't get a handle on your health, it's going to be hard to motivate you in your business or your career or make money or do follow-up calls or even manage and run your business. I mean, I'm all about systems and making sure things are more automated. So thank you for sharing your story, because you've got to take charge of your health as well as your business and your love life, in my opinion. So I appreciate it. We have to go to a break.
Thank you
for coming on, Tony. Thanks for sharing your story.
Take care, ladies.
All right.
Yeah. All right. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Tim will be back with more ways to stand out in the world as a rock and roll leader. Stand Up and Speak Up with host Walt Grassel, sharing stories of people who have taken steps to overcome their fears and now lead stronger, more fulfilling lives. Are you ready to take that first step towards a different life? Join Walt as he shares his tales of triumph over stage fright and public speaking. Walt has performed stand-up comedy at the Hollywood Improv, as well as the Flamingo in Las Vegas, and wants to help you conquer whatever is holding you back. Join him and his guests for Stand Up and Speak Up every Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern on Radio Star Worldwide and on demand 24/7. Do you like the rock and roll way of doing things? How would you like to learn how to apply them to your business? Then tune in to the Tim Gillette Radio Show every Tuesday on Radio Star Worldwide. Tim Gillette is the creator of Rock and Roll Keys to Business Success, using music, motorcycles, and mentorship to teach entrepreneurs to become leaders in their industry. Join Tim and his guest every Tuesday at high noon Eastern on Radio Star Worldwide. And now, back to the Tim Gillette Radio Show, here on Radio Star Worldwide.
All right, welcome back, everybody. It's Katrina Sawa here with jumpstartyourmarketing.com, sitting in as a guest host for my friend Tim Gillette, who is on vacation. And, I wish I was in Palm Springs right now.
I told him to have a glass of wine for me since I'll be here.
I know, right? Well, it is, what is it? It's 9:45 there. So I hope he's not drinking wine at 9:45. Ew, that sounds gross.
Okay, what about a mimosa?
A mimosa or a Bloody Mary? Okay, I'll take that. Yeah.
It's on vacation, you know?
I have a really horrific story to tell that I wasn't really going to tell, but since you mentioned wine, I was wine tasting this weekend in Sonoma. I'm in Northern California. It was a beautiful weekend. We were on our way to a family celebration dinner thing, and we brought the dog even. So I stocked out pet-friendly wineries, right? And so I had like 4 of them on my list, and we were going to go there. And we got to the third one. Well, we got to the second one. They took a little longer. So I said, we have time for one more. Let's just hit this one. It's right across the street, and then we'll hit dinner. We might be a little bit late, but they're always late too, so it doesn't matter. So it was me who decided to go to this last third winery. When we were done, I was holding the dog in one hand and my purse in the other, and a bottle of wine, and I had a little bit too much in my hands, I think. And my husband said, I have to go to the bathroom. Okay, I'll wait here with the dog. And he proceeded to go to the bathroom. The dog does not like it when Jason leaves the building. He does not like to be without his daddy. So he went tearing off after my husband, and I wasn't really paying attention. And somehow my thumbnail got stuck in my shirt, which got stuck in my jean zipper for some reason, because I don't know how I was holding all this stuff. I don't even remember because it happened so fast, and my entire nail bed was pulled out of my thumb. Yes, I am saying this on national radio. It is disgusting. I'm only showing you the finger with the Band-Aid on it because, and I did not, oh my God, it was just horrific. I was screaming. I was so much in shock. Yeah, it hurt that much. Like you're doing
I'm hurting, and I've never had that happen to me before. Oh my God.
I've never had that happen. I mean, the whole entire nail, it happened so fast. Luckily, because it was like, Chinese torture or whatever, like pulling your nails out and stuff. I can't even imagine. It's horrible. And so I can't touch anything. So imagine like not using your thumb to do my hair and putting the bra on, not helpful.
That's the hard part. Seriously, all those hooks. I mean, there's so many freaking hooks.
So my husband, so I can only put my bra on or take it off when he's home, and I work from home and he doesn't. So I'm like, okay, honey, I gotta get ready before you go. And
get a free ball and your free boobin. That works.
I know, no. When you have it doesn't work that way. But anyways, I had to share the personal story.
I hope your thumb heals.
It's pretty gruesome, but. So now every time I drink wine, I think I'm going to think about that. I don't know how long it takes to grow a thumbnail back, but I hope it's fast. So I want to, we have just about 10 more minutes here of the show, and I wanted to talk a little bit more about speaking. I don't know if there's anybody else who wants to join us, but you're welcome to pop in and say hello. But in the meantime, I do want to talk about the #1 marketing strategy in business, and I believe that is speaking today. And I don't know if you ever speak, Wendy, but all the time. Besides being on the radio like this, you do other speaking gigs too?
Yep.
Okay, awesome.
I do speaking, and I also do red carpet interviews.
Ooh, because you're like a celeb or something, right? What is
In Arizona, I am, but everywhere else, no. Arizona, everybody knows me in Arizona. We're good.
I think I saw you on Twitter the other day because you were doing something, and
Netflix, yeah.
yeah. So, well, you should share what you do, Wendy. Why don't you share what you do?
Okay. Well, my name is Wendy West. I'm the studio director here at StarWorldWide Networks. I'm also an actress. So I was just in a movie with Tom Sizemore. He broke my foot on set. I don't like that man.
You broke your foot?
He broke my foot. Yeah. So I need to get a shirt that says I do my own stunts. And then I also, I'm in a Netflix series called Summer Sales. I'm a cover model. I'm on the cover of 10 romance novels.
Nice.
My CD's out under the band name Sarah Mayhem, and I do voiceover work. So yeah, pretty wild.
What, do you have your own website too? Is it Wendy West?
WendyWestModel.com. And I also Wendy West actress. But yeah, I'm all over. Just Google me. It's easy.
But it's W-I, not W-E, because I thought it was W-E, Wendy.
Oh no, like my parents, they really loved that song Everybody Knows It's Windy. So they named me W-I-N-D-Y, and I kind of got stuck with the last name West. So it's a weird name, but I didn't choose.
Cool. I think it's a cool name. Awesome. Thanks for sharing.
My pleasure.
All right. So again, if you are in business or looking to start your own business, speaking really is the number one strategy that you can use. Now, you can get live on a Blab today and speak. So you can have your own Blab and you can have your own show immediately, instantaneously, and for free on Blab, on Periscope as well. We were talking about that earlier. Now there's a Facebook platform apparently that I don't even know about. Google Hangouts that I hate, but you can go on there. You can do all these platforms and speak virtually. So there's speaking virtually. There's also speaking in person, right? And speaking in person is a little bit better, in my opinion, because you have a captive audience. And online, they can click off and leave and all this stuff. So in person, when you can speak at a live event, I've had success selling coaching and products from a 4-person event, okay, where I've gone and I've been the speaker at this event and there's been 4 people in the audience, 4, okay, and one was the person who invited me to speak and one was the person above her in the organization, one was my client already, and then one was a complete stranger that I didn't know who it was. And guess what? The complete stranger spent like $200 with me. The client didn't, she was already working with me. The gal that owned the organization actually spent a few $1,000s with me to help her with her website. And the gal who invited me to speak joined my mastermind. So, I mean, thousands of dollars from 4 people. So don't be shy and say, oh no, there's some speaker friends that I know that won't go anywhere for less than 100 people. And it's not easy to book a room and to fill 100 seats these days, unless you have tens of thousands of people on your list. So I just wanted to encourage you to really think about speaking. And I have a great free resource. If you're interested, you can obviously come to my event in April, but there is a free resource on my website. If you go to katrinasawa.com, and that's Katrina, Katrina Sawa, S-A-W-A. You can see my name in the little picture. katrinasawa.com/jumpstart speaker. Jumpstart speaker. And it's a free audio training. I go through all the things you need as a speaker. It will talk about my event at the end, but honestly, it's going to give you some great ideas on where to get speaking gigs, what to talk about, because a lot of people just don't do it because they're scared. They don't know what to talk about. And so we give you ideas. Even if you're a network marketer, you're a roofing company, it doesn't matter. You can still speak. We just have to figure out what makes sense for you to talk about. So that's my encouragement for the day, is to get speaking more, whether you create it yourself online or offline, or you get booked yourself, then do it. It's awesome. Yes. Yay. So we have to close the show. I want to keep going. No.
This is fun.
It is fun. It is fun. It's fun actually to be on, but also be on the radio. So in case you didn't know, you're also on the radio. Let's see who else joined us. I see somebody else, JP. So what were
Tora.
You? Huh?
And Tora Spraggs.
Oh, Tora. Hey, Tora. All right. So anybody want to join? One last minute. You can share your website and the biggest tip. Nope. Come on. One. I am late. Yes, you are. LOL. All right. Well, make sure you are following Tim on Blab as well. This is Tim's radio show, Tim Gillette radio show. And I was very happy to be the guest host today. Hopefully you got some great ideas and learned a few things from our guests, and you can go out and jumpstart your business and your marketing and make a ton more money this year. Please connect with me. I'm happy to share more or have a conversation, either to figure out how we can help each other, or if you're interested in more about what I do, reach out and say hello.
All right. Well, hey, thank you everybody for tuning in, and don't forget to tune in next week for the Tim Gillette Radio Show. Thank you, Katrina, so much for being the host for today. You rocked it, girlfriend.
Okay. All right, guys. Have a good day. See you next week.